G.I. Joe fans, to this week's G.I. Joe toy review. We are doing a double feature in the 25th anniversary Sergeant Airbourne and the G.I. Joe Retaliation movie line Ninja Commandos 3-pack Sergeant Airbourne. But before we get to looking at Airbourne, we are going to do our special shout outs of the week, starting at 48 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Back to the Media here in lovely Winchester, Virginia, where you can get all, and I do mean all, of your video game systems from the Atari all the way up to current systems. And while you're there, you can also get games for each system. You can get DVDs, CDs, comics, and so much more. So definitely check them out. But if you can't find it at Back to the Media, I'm pretty sure you can find it at Play It Again Games, which is on Middle Road here in Winchester, right behind the Sheets. So definitely check them out. So while you're there, definitely give them a shout. And since you're in that neighborhood here in Winchester, and you're looking for toys and collectibles, such as G.I. Joe, or Transformers, or He-Man, and so on and so forth, you can check out 115 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Back to the Media. Or not Back to the Media, but Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles. Unfortunately, I got Airbourne off of Amazon and this Airbourne off of eBay. So I'll give a shout out to them this week, but it's all cool. And they got their little things going on. But you could definitely check out Time Travelers for all your toys and collectible needs in the Winchester area. But if you're looking for stuff for your toddler, for them to for them to grow their skill buildings and so on and so forth, you could check out Thinker Toys at 106 South Loudon Street here in Winchester, Virginia. You could get your toddler all kinds of games and puzzles, and you could even get them slime and slinkies. So check them out. But if you're in the Winchester area and you're looking for some comic books to add to your comic book collection or start your comic book collection, you can go to 80 Weems Lane here in Winchester and go to 4 Color Fantasies and get all your DC, Marvel, IDW images going. But if you're in the Salisbury, North Carolina area, you can check out Comic Monsters. So go ahead and check them out. But if you're in the Winchester area and are looking for looking for some good Jamaican food, you could go to not 4 Color Fantasies, but you go to 39 Piccadilly Street, which is the home of Tropical Islands. That's it, Tropical Islands, which is located at 39 Piccadilly Street here in Winchester. See Lloyd and his wonderful staff, and get some good Jamaican food. And once you're there, you can check out, go ahead and check out Mixed Tree Service. If you need some tree work done in your yard, and getting a tree removed, or getting it trimmed, or getting a stump removed, Mick can get it done for you. After you leave there, you could go to Bank of Clark or United Bank if you need some banking needs here in Winchester. I would highly suggest either bank. Both of them are good. So go ahead and check them out. And while you're there, you can check out State Farm or Farmers Insurance, where you can get all kinds of stuff, not farming needs, but all your insurance needs for auto, rental, or homeowners insurance. So go ahead and check them out. And while you're in the area, you can check out Sheets or Handy Mart and get all your gas needs in the Winchester area. But Sheets is a little bit more on the East Coast. For all my East Coast of the U.S. fans and subscribers, you can check out Sheets and Handy Mart and get all your gas. And they got made-to-order food, so you can get your belly full at the same time you get your gas tank full. So definitely check them out. But Cobra Island is a very proud sponsor of mental health awareness. You can get all your all your mental health needs met through Robert C. Brown here at Healing Grace Counseling Services. I mean, he's a great person to talk to. He's got good ears. He knows. He has a lot of experience with dealing with emotions and stuff. So check Rob out. And if Rob's not your cup of tea, there's other places here in Winchester that you can go to. Or you can get a hold of National Counseling Group. Or you can visit your local area, your local therapist's office. But if you need psychiatry, you could go over to Northwestern Community Services and check out what they have to offer. Or you can go to your closest office, psychiatrist's office, if you're not in the Winchester Front Royal area. So definitely check them out. And if you're looking for but if you're looking for somebody to text right now because you're dealing with something, you could text 741-741 and go ahead and talk to one of their counselors or one of their people they got standing by. But if you need to hear a human voice, dial 988. So while you're there, definitely check that out. And speaking of Sheets, I'm actually enjoying a Sheets coffee. So, hey, it is all good. And so definitely you always want to try a good old Sheets. I got the classic roast, with French vanilla creamer. So hey, it's all good in the hood. Good coffee. But if you really need somebody to talk to, you could go ahead and go to your closest emergency room. So definitely give them a shout out. So let's get to Sergeant Airbourne's file card. Which this is the only file card that I got with these two figures. This guy didn't come with a file card. But it says Helicopter Assault Trooper, codename Sergeant Airbourne. And there's a picture of Airbourne with the G.I. Joe logo. File name, Tall Tree, Franklin E. Primary military specialty, Airborne Infantry. Secondary military specialty, Helicopter Gunship Gunner. His grade is an E5, and his birthplace is the Navajo Reservation in Arizona. The oil-rich Navajo parents of Sergeant Airbourne. I guess he put a spelling wrong in one of them. But it says, the oil-rich Navajo parents of Sergeant Airbourne indulged their eldest son with skydiving lessons. Also having an interest in the legal system, he studied law and passed the Arizona State Bar exams. He joined the Army and opted for airborne training. Sergeant Airbourne jokes around and gets loose, but he's serious too. Dead serious. You look at him and sometimes he's looking right through you. It must be the Native American in him. The Navajos call it the far-seeing look. He graduated the top of his class from Airborne School, Fort Benning, qualified expert, Hughes helicopter, chain gun, M16, M60, and the M1911A1 or A auto pistol. And according to bottom of my sketches from Airborne, it says, I'd rather jump out of airplanes than write legal briefs. The view's better. So that's a pretty good description of Airborne. So let's go to the accessories of the 25th anniversary Airborne. Starting with his figure stand, upraised G.I. Joe logo, codename Sergeant Airbourne on the front. And he comes with his removable helmet, which, if colored different, is the same as a hit and run. Best thing about it is the microphones are not removable, so you can't lose them. He also comes with an assault rifle, which is pretty cool. He also comes with a little hand pistol. And I like it with the little paint chip looks on it. It kind of makes it look cool. He also comes with this backpack with a bedroll, which is strapped on. Pounces all over. So let's take a look at Airbourne, Sergeant Airbourne here. This is the one I'm more familiar with because of the cartoon, where he was actually voiced by Peter McCullen in the G.I. Joe cartoon, which y'all might know from Transformers as Optimus Prime. So Airbourne and Optimus Prime share the same voice actor, which is pretty cool. Which is like Cobra Commander and Starscream share the same voice actor, and Prowl and Duke share the same voice actor. But Airbourne's got the Native American skin tone with dark hair, dark eyebrows. And I kind of like how they got the eyes kind of looking up to the side. But his head can roll or rotate 360. And he's got some up and down movement and wiggly waggly. His arm can raise about this high. And then his arm can rotate all the way around. He can bend at the elbow. As you can see, he can also rotate at the elbow. And then he can rotate his head at the wrist. He does have the ab crunch feature, but the light blue, sky blue, and green jumpsuit does hinder it. But he does have it. His legs can split. Good thing that these leg apparatuses doesn't, these leg straps don't hinder the split, but they do hinder his leg lift. If they were knowing, you could get the full leg lift. And of course, he does have the double knee bend. And his ankle can bend out and rotate. He's got a good ankle articulation. So we're going to set him up. So here's Sergeant Airbourne, all geared ready. So we're going to put him off to the side now, so we can look at the Retaliation G.I. Joe movie Commandos 3-packs version of Airbourne. Which, like I said, he doesn't come with a file card, but that's alright. You know, we can still use the 25th anniversaries. Which his accessories are a shotgun, double grip shotgun, which is pretty cool. And then he's got this shotgun, which is pretty cool. And of course, he's got his helmet with a little, I don't know what this is supposed to be. So if you know, put it in the comments. I'll definitely check him out. But it's a cool looking helmet. And then he's got his jump pack thing, parachute little thingy. If you know what the name of this, you can put that in the comments down below. Like I said, I definitely will check it out because I'm not too familiar with the technical terms of each thing. So here's Airbourne, which I gotta say this now. If you didn't get this 3-pack, and you know, you wouldn't know this was Airbourne unless you read the name Airbourne on the box. But other than that, you couldn't tell this is Airbourne. But you can army build this guy and have him as generic troopers. You know, if you wish. I mean, it's your collection. You do collect it however you want. But articulation-wise, with his black ski mask, is it can rotate all the way around. Really no wiggly waggly, so all you think you can do is turn his head. His arm raises to about here. Rotates all the way around. Elbow bend. Rotate all the way around. Wrist can swivel. And another difference between this guy and the 25th anniversary, he doesn't have the web gear to hinder the ab crunch and to cut at the abdomen area. Whoa. And then his leg does hinder the movements of the splitting of the legs, but they can move out to the side. Double knee bend, as usual. And his ankle can bend out that way, and he can rotate all the way around. So let's get this guy geared up. So here's Sergeant Airbourne, the Rise of the G.I. Joe Retaliation Ninja Commandos 3-pack Airbourne. Luckily, these guys can stand on without a figure stand. But if you just bump the table wrong, a little hard, you know. Oh, he can stand. He's taking abuse. But usually they do fall easily. These guys do. They don't have figure stands. But let's bring the other Airbourne in. You know, so like I said, this is the one I grew up knowing as Airbourne. But it's kind of cool to have two different Airbournes. You know, so you could have them depending on the the mission or what you want, and all that kind of good stuff. Or you could just use this as a Night Force version of Airbourne. It really doesn't matter. But it is what it is, so you could definitely check these guys out. Both of them are good to have to your collection, especially to fill out your Air Force and paratroopers and Halo jumper ranks. So these guys will be good. Both of them are top tier figures, even though I do prefer this Airbourne as opposed to this one. But like I said, you can army build this guy and make him just a generic trooper and so on and so forth. So it tends to work on several levels. Levels. And if you don't have this Airbourne is pretty good too. So I think it's a great figures. But that will do it for this week. See you in the next one. Peace.